Alright guys, back again. Time for part 2 of my rant today, I suppose. I'm going to discuss now what I really wanted to discuss in my first video, which is I want to discuss the R rating system that doesn't exist in Australia. The problem that exists here is that every year publishers spend countless millions and whatever making games, and they hype the crap out of them. We hear about them here, we get excited, we want to play them, and they get refused classification because the rating system in Australia is right now is it goes up to MA, like MA 15 plus, which is basically, as far as the government's concerned and the rating system's concerned, only kids up to 15 years old play games. And the statistics speak for themselves and say that the average age of a gamer is almost 30 years old now. So we're not all kids. And because the way the law works in this country is in order for the they've been trying to push a bill through Parliament to introduce an R rating system here for video games, because we've got an R rating system for everything else here, for television and for movies and stuff like that. We've got a parental advisor stuff for music, all that kind of crap. So, but as far as like with video games, we're behind the 8 ball. We're the backwards country in the world almost. Like, we're up there with Germany and I don't know, all those other countries that are scared of anything that might damage the kids. But the issue I have is that the decision to push a law through in this country needs to go through I'm going to talk about you in a minute, Michael Atkinson. It needs to go through the the Council of Attorneys General, which is the Attorney General of each of the states of Australia, and every single state in Australia has voted yes, besides South Australia, and the Attorney General of South Australia is Michael Atkinson. He's quite openly said that no matter how much we email him, no matter how much we beg and plead, we petition, we the gamers, we the adult gamers who want the chance to play the things that we would like to play. I'm not talking about, I want to play games where I rape and murder people and stuff. Like, every game has death in it. Death can be amusing in a game. In real life, death is terrible. I've been taught right and wrong by my parents. I have morality. So if I shoot some guy in the face in a game, doesn't mean I'm going to go out and do it in real life, because real life isn't a real life isn't a game. There's no respawn points in RL, as Doug would say. But the issue, the major issue I have here, and there's been interviews with Australian game developers and all these other, and even developers in other countries. And we're not going to get an R rating law in this country until Michael Atkinson is no longer the Attorney General. It's obvious, because he's gone well above his call, and he's pushing his own beliefs on the rest of the country, and we're all paying for it because of what he believes. One man is holding this whole thing up now. Like, he's spoken, like, he did an interview. The reason I'm angry about this is because he did an interview on ABC TV's show called Good Game. And Michael, you're not listening to this, but I'm talking to you. If you want to come across as an intelligent man who, first off, does his research and his facts, like discovers facts and things, and actually gives a shit about people, you didn't come across like that at all. You came across as a man who's, as far as you're concerned, all the research that's been done that says that gamers at an average age of 29 years old, that's funded by the game companies. The big corporations want to push their filth on the kids of Australia. You're pushing your religious beliefs on everybody, and because of what you believe, I can't play the games I want. So if I want to play, even Fear 2 got reversed, but if I wanted to play Fear 2 and it hadn't been reversed, I'd have to illegally import it. I'd have to break the law. But this I highly recommend you go to the the Good Game website. It's abc.net.au/goodgame and look up the interview. Hopefully it's on there anyway. It's on iTunes as well. The very last episode of this season. Look up the interview with Michael Atkinson. He's a clown. I don't mean to resort to personal comments, but it's really, really frustrating. He doesn't care. Like, there was a talk of putting a referendum to the Australian people, saying, do you, the Australian public, do you want an R rating system? He refused to sign it. He refused to endorse it, and we need his endorsement for the referendum to be put forward. As he said in his Good Game interview, he wasn't happy with the wording of the proposal. He's stalling. He's pushing for more time. He's losing. He's on his last legs. He's got no argument to stand for it. And Kevin Rudd or somebody needs to change the law. So why do we need a unanimous vote by every Attorney General in the country when all it takes is one man to say no and anything can't get passed? Nothing can get passed. Nothing will happen at the end of the day. So I'm just checking time. So it's like, well, what are we supposed to do? There's nothing we can do. We can't. There's no point petitioning him. There's no point sending emails or anything. I will state for the record right now, I do not think kids should be playing violent games. Look at all these kids over in, especially in the States. Like that 17-year-old kid who shot his mum and dad in the head because they wouldn't let him play Halo. Yeah, but you know what? The blame can go on the games to an extent, because especially with a young developing mind who doesn't really know right and wrong. Because when you're a kid, once you become an adult and you get out into the world and you learn things, that you actually become who you really are. But it also comes at the end of the day, who's raising the kids nowadays? Are the parents doing it? They're not, in a way, because what they're doing is, because everyone's so busy working and everything else they're doing, they buy their kids these video games because all their friends are playing them. They don't even research what they're about or even have a look at them or anything. They just buy it for them, give it to the kid, and leave them alone. Go play your game. But what I'm saying, I am an adult. The majority, I wouldn't say majority, but the average gamer in this country is an adult. Like, why can't we play games that are meant for adults? Because if Michael, as far as Michael Atkinson's concerned, and I'm not quoting, I really should have written it down so I could read a quote, but he mentioned the word rape a few times. Look, there's always killing and murdering games, but he said rape a few times. I've not played a single game in my whole entire life that has had rape in it, ever. If there was a game that has rape in it, it's fucking disgusting, it's terrible, and it should be banned, and no one should ever be able to feast their eyes on it. A game with rape in it is designed for disgusting fucking people. People like scum of the earth, those dirty fucking pedophile assholes that live and lurk on this internet thing that he's so scared of. I want to get this discussion going. I want to know what you guys think. I know everyone wants this thing, but I'd like to hear it from your mouth. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the system while he's in power. I'm going to have to cut it short now because I think I'm almost out of time. Sorry for the unprofessional nature of these last two videos. It's been a long time. I haven't slept in almost 2 days. Yeah, I've got to stop looking left and right when I'm talking. But yeah, thank you very much for listening, guys. I will hopefully be back shortly with another video in the next few days. I don't have to go back to work till the 28th, so I've still got at least another week off. Gonna get some more time in Castle Crashers, blah blah blah. If you want to play with me on Xbox Live, my gamer tag is BigFieldy, BIGFIELDY. Don't just send a friend invite, send me a message first, and if you're a dickhead, I'll deleting you straight away. I don't care. But yeah, Medianator.com, guys. I know I don't mean to be pimping out my own blog, but I really would like to know what you guys think of it. Yeah, I will see you next time, and thanks again for listening. Catch you later.